Greeting, traveler.
I have no time for games.
The end is coming! Who am I?
Let me change your mind.
You require my assistance? Adios! We're gonna be rich.
Good evening, everybody. And you know what day it is? Yes, it's Wednesday. Yes, it means that we are that much closer to the weekend. And yes, it does also mean that you can make jokes about it being hump day because, well, we're still allowed to do that nowadays. But no, it also means it's time for another episode of Tavern Talk, the show where we like to talk about all the shenanigans going across THL in the coming week.
I have no time
Sadly,
for games.
we are getting to that point at the end of the season where there is not much to talk about, unfortunately. Still some very exciting stuff, don't get me wrong. But now we're at the point where every single series is in playoffs. And as a result, we have a limited amount of matches to discuss this week. So we will be going about things in a bit of a different order. We will actually be going for we will actually be talking about the series with the most amount of matches going down to to the series with the least amount of matches left. So it's going to be a little bit out of order, but we hope you guys are going to enjoy. Yes, order lull, CMAC, very accurate. Yes, but we're very excited. I'm glad that we get to talk about the pro series for one thing. So that's going to be fun. But of course, let's get to my co-host for tonight. Of course, the master OP. He is not a doctor, but he is definitely part fish. Say hello to Dr. Fish.
Going on, everybody? Oh man, we have not as much matches to talk about, but still quite a lot to go through. And we have a bonus. We will have a bonus stream after this. We have a Wicked Wednesday coming.
Yes, which we have not done in quite a while. If you have any wicked things you want to bring to the chat, whether you're from Massachusetts or not, please come out. Please come by.
Yeah.
And next, of course, my other recurring co-host. He is as I've described, a Hearthstone encyclopedia. He just won the Legacy Championships last week, and he's on course to become just the third player in THL history to win multiple series championships in the same season. Please say hello to Always Just in Time.
I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Still to play based. I'm always just in time, not always just in says things a day
I
early.
am legally obligated by the Tavern Talk guidelines to hype you up just because that's a thing that could happen.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's just how I don't make up the rules. The rules were made up for me by the board before I even started doing this job.
But yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks, JR.
I gotta ask, how does it feel to have gotten a championship and now you're in the finals of another series? That's with a completely different team, mind you.
Feels pretty good. I don't know. I like playing with my friends, and it turns out my friends are pretty good at Hearthstone. So
Can confirm. And our special guest for tonight, he is actually a member of Always Just in Time's hero team. He's in the finals and it was with Tonk If You Are Corny. And he is ready to, and this guy is actually going for back-to-back hero championships since he won last season for the Wild Aces. Please say hello to 9 Eyebrows.
Hello.
Also,
Yeah.
9 Eyebrows, can you confirm you do not actually have 9 eyebrows?
No, I do still have 2 here.
Okay.
Neither is shaven, and I don't have the unibrow. And in response to what Justin said, I can say the ridiculous things that can be like regretted later. The like outlandish predictions, I'll make those. Don't worry.
I mean,
That's
as
my
long as we
job.
got the banter going, I'm cool with that.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, the really bad
Now,
predictions are my special.
just to get into like a quick little thing. So, Legacy wrapped up. Foolish Madman taking a big victory over F2L Red, a team that has officially made every single playoffs. Every single playoffs for every single series this season. Talk about a way to go out. Came down to the very last match. What a crazy season it was. 24 teams, 1 winner. Justin, any like just brief thoughts you want to mention on your team's victory?
I didn't think we were that great going into this season, but then it turned out we were winning. So I guess every team was worse. I don't know.
You went undefeated. I think that kind of speaks for itself.
It certainly got harder towards the end of the season. Teams turned up for us, but we were able to see it out.
Let me ask you this: did you have a favorite match of the season in Legacy?
For me personally, I don't know. I liked when I faced Wild 9. I was able to reverse sweep him like maybe 5 or 6 weeks into the season when we were both undefeated, and that was a lot of. I reverse swept him on his warrior, his Silas OTK warrior. So it was a lot of very slow, grindy games. Just
I feel that.
Feeling like I'm flying by the seat of my pants the entire time. As a team, I thought our coolest one was the semifinals when we lost the first 2 matches and then came back to win the remaining 3.
That's right.
Reverse sweep in the team, so to speak. And when Diamond won the very last final match, the captain coming in clutch, we all got in a voice call together, and we were just very natural exuberance hype. And he ended up screenshotting. We turned on video. He screenshotted the video call. So if you see on our the website the banner, that is from that. Like Darion's making a pog face, and the rest of us are just like beaming, incredibly hyped up. Not staged at all.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I gotta say, I love Diamond to pieces. I wanted him to win that match purely from the standpoint of I felt so bad when he lost his playoff match in Hero when he was in that exact same position. So I can only imagine how good it must have felt to have gotten some proper redemption in Legacy.
What if I told you the Legacy match happened 2 hours before the Hero one he lost?
I clearly did my math wrong because I thought those happened a week apart. Yikes.
No, Hero was a week behind Legacy. It started a week earlier, but the season was 2 weeks shorter because there were no 2 buys.
That's right.
See?
We're going to pretend I didn't make any comment about that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Or yeah, it was actually 2 weeks behind. But and there was also an extra round of playoffs and yeah.
That's right. Yes, I forgot to consider that.
But yeah,
either way,
he was 1 for 2 on the night. But for me,
way, congratulations to you guys.
Here's about Bob some confidence. I don't care. He was clutch for me.
I mean, it worked out one way or another. He got himself that championship.
Yeah.
He did end up winning it all in the end. So, all right. So we've got ourselves 3 other series to talk about that are still going. We're going to start with the Pro Series with the bracket. We're gonna get to that first, and then we're gonna talk about the specific quarterfinals matches. Dr. Fish, would you like to do the honors?
Sure. So the matchups that we see, I will go left side first, and then the right side. So we've got further.
Fish?
What? Y'all can't hear me on Discord?
Is he there?
We can't hear you. But anyways,
We're
do you
gonna
want to start then, JR?
What was that?
Do you want to start then, JR?
Sure. Yes. So here's what the as you'll see on the screen. I love this graphic, by the way. We've got the pink conference on the right, and then we've got the black conference on the left. Now, as we kind of discussed last week, the pro playoff teams kind of ended up being pretty predictable. Like by that point, we kind of could tell who was going to make it. The 2 teams that were on the bubble were the Unknown and Tap Washers. sadly, neither of which managed to close the 12-point gap that they had at working against them. So we have ourselves on the pink conference. We're starting off with Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich versus, dang it, I'm forgetting who their opponent is.
Against Aeon.
Or
Aeon, that's right. Oh, right. I can see from the graphic now. And then we've got F2L. I know this one. F2L.
actually does not have a color, just
Oh,
F2L.
that's right. They are just F2L.
F2L original.
We have F2L versus Yasharj Clown College. So both of that one I'm especially excited for. That one's going to be a pretty good one. And then on the black side, we have For the Boys versus Sheepies. For the Boys, of course, going undefeated, going for getting that first place spot. This could be maybe this time it's going to be their run. Diamond would also be a player with 2 championships in one season. So it'll be very interesting. And then the bottom one, of course, we've got Hype Horizon versus, somebody please help me out. Faction, that's right. So, yes, we can hear you now. So, predictions-wise, what are we thinking for this?
Yeah,
Who
so
wants to start?
I think Fish and I, great minds think alike, came up with the same bracket. We took For the Boys over Sheepies. We took Faction over their opponent's Hype Horizon. I guess I thought it was going to be upset, but then Fish was agreeing with me. We took Clown College over F2L, and we took Popeyes over Aeon. But I feel like the one verse form, both of these, of Popeyes against Aeon and For the Boys and against Sheepies, I'd be surprised if they went the other way. But the two in the middle seem really close on paper.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I think none of these to me look very one-sided. I think there's a lot, but I love the fact that much as we talked about at the very beginning of the season, Pro is stacked. Pro is absolutely stacked when it comes to the quality of players here. And looking at the playoffs here, you've got some very strong competition. You've of course got For the Boys and Hype Horizon and F2L that all made it very far last season. Those guys are definitely looking to bring it back. And I know, especially For the Boys, having such a great run last season and falling just short, I'm sure that they're looking for that championship this time around. And I definitely think they can get there. I do not doubt their abilities whatsoever. And then, of course, I still think, teams like Aeon and Popeye Spicy Chicken Sandwich, the winner of that match could end up being a bit of a sleeper team. And same goes for Yasharj's Clown College. I think that all of these matches are going to be very exciting, and none of them look and as I said, none of them look very one-sided to me. I think this is all going to be very close. Maybe For the Boys against Sheepies could be pretty one-sided. I guess we'll see. But, again, this is going to be pretty exciting all the same.
Yeah. I find the Faction versus Hype Horizon match the closest of all of these, very likely. I mean, I guess I'll have, when we look at F2L versus Yasharaj's Clown College, I'll probably have to see if maybe that's the other, if those two are kind of just as close. I think that Hype Horizon, like last season, they just blew through everybody. And it wasn't very close for them. They kind of went like For the Boys did in the regular season. But this season they showed that they definitely took a couple extra weak losses, which doesn't necessarily matter. They still made playoffs and they're still a great team with amazing players. But the players have seemed to be like, not as dominant. So there is like a way for them to lose.
100%. And I mean, I think the thing with this, considering the increased amount of like stackness in Pro this season, I think it kind of makes more sense that they didn't have quite the easy run into playoffs that they had last season, where they only took like 1 or 2 losses. And I think, obviously they still performed very well overall. So nobody is.
This season's so much more taxing on them. They took a lost in the regular season. Wow, mind blown.
Yeah, right.
Still finished.
Also, also to
3 out of
correct
11.
myself,
Yeah.
For the Boys were 9-1. They almost went undefeated this season.
Yeah. For the Boys took a loss to Unknown in the last week. But
Anyway, with that, Nine, you have anything to add, or we want to get into talking about matches individually?
I was gonna say I have the same bracket as you, except I have faith in Aeon. I know that you guys said that one is one of the more kind of one-sided-y matchups. I do have faith in Aeon though. I like that roster a lot.
I like it. I like it.
Although Popeyes is really, really good, I think that one could be close.
Mm-hmm.
However, I am a big For the Boys fan. As a previous member of the team, I think 2 or 3 seasons ago, I did terrible and dropped, but I was a member of that team for a while, and I gotta respect it.
Oh,
Hey, I
nice.
feel you. Pro is hard to do well, and it is very challenging.
Yeah, I subbed in halfway through this season and kind of got smacked around.
Hey, I've been there. I had 2-3. I stopped playing in Pro because I couldn't deal with going 3-8 2 consecutive seasons. Competition is tough, and sometimes, it can be harder to struggle in because it's, open deck list is quite a bit different from the closed deck list format of Hero and Legacy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but there's just but there's also just a lot of strong competition here. I think if I had to pick the match winners, though, I'm going to say Aeon takes it over Popeyes, Yasharge takes it over F2L, Hyper Horizon takes it over Faction, and For the Boys takes it over Sheepy. So I don't think I'm straying too far away from what people are expecting right now.
Yeah. I took it further. I said For the Boys makes the finals. I said Yashiraj's Clown College makes the finals with For the Boys taking the title. I just want to lecture on the thought just because we're probably not going to revisit brackets.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think I'm honestly going the same direction. For the Boys versus Yasharge Clown College in the finals. And I think For the Boys takes it all.
I agree.
I think this is their season. I don't think what happened last season was a fluke per se, but I definitely think that they're in a really good position to win just as they were last season.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could also see Hyper Horizon upsetting For the Boys and
Sure.
And taking a second championship. That has crossed my mind plenty of times. I don't feel very confident about what exactly is going to happen because that's just kind of the nature of Pro.
Yeah. That makes sense. All right.
So shall we get to the individual matches?
We shall get to the matches. We are going to start with For the Boys versus GPs.
Yeah.
I believe this is my match. Run through.
It is.
Yep. All right. For the Boys versus Sheepies, we've got German Shept, who already took a 3-1 over Always Lethal. It doesn't display who the captain is. I actually didn't know who the captain of Sheepies is. I think it's Always Lethal. We got Super Chicken versus Cyan Sheepies.
It is.
Basho versus Azonix. Dabs versus Mikas. And we've got some variation of that. I'm probably gonna get slaughtered for messing it up. Buck Nasty versus 11 and me. Having Buck Nasty in the 5 is quite gross. He's an insane player. Last season, I think he got 1 loss on the entire season, maybe 2, by the end of playoffs. So, yeah, this is a really, really good team in For the Boys. I mean, the records are very close until you look at the fact that 6-4 is the 5 seed for the Boys, and I think obviously Buck has an advantage. Maybe Dabs and their other and Sheepy's 4 seed might be close, but then Fasho and Super Chicken are also just players. So I think For the Boys pretty easily gets through this match, especially after a 4-1 start from German Shep.
I think it's pretty worth noting though. Every single team that made it into the finals, that made it in the playoffs, went at least 7-3 in terms of their records.
Yeah,
that's pretty nuts.
That's really good.
Considering how stacked each conference was, and considering how it was 10 weeks, that's like quite a great deal of consistency.
Aeon, right?
What?
Aeon was
No.
4-5-1.
Oh,
Oh,
no, my
okay.
apologies. You're right. Aeon's the only one who didn't.
Um,
Okay, so all but one. Still a good
yeah,
good percentage though.
Sheepies did make the 7-3, so they definitely have the potential to win this week.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
place
they're
my eyes go is the 4-letter cap down there. I've been on teams with Diamond before. I know that guy is a pillar of light in a team.
He
He
is.
is a great captain to have. So
mhm.
we'll see how he shapes up versus NA. But
I feel like I feel like it's easy to underestimate how important Diamond is to the team. I feel like
yeah,
everybody in For the Boys would really be like, we're all a strong roster, but Diamond helps bring us together.
yeah, he's
I mean,
just
the man's track record kind of speaks for itself at this point.
he's a beast when it comes to anti-tilt measures. He knows the operations required to reduce tilt.
He does.
That is very very important. Very
He
good.
knows how to brighten up your day. You should have, if anyone watched stream last night and wasn't paying attention to the fact that I passed out in the middle of casting, Diamond made a new GIF for my GIF for my as my picture for for streaming for the casting, and I was just like, oh, this is perfect. Good man, he is.
Yeah, Diamond's great. And I would love to see him get two wins out of the captain position. Obviously, one as a player and one one as just a captain in pro. Putting in so much work to help his teams. So it would be cool. Yeah. What's up, Diamond? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Any more thoughts
Yeah,
on this match?
I think though I would love to see some sheepies like keeping it close, but I feel like For the Boys has this one pretty
Sure.
pretty solid. But I think props to sheepies for being a team that was pretty unknown coming into this season, and they really put on a good showing.
Yeah. We'll see if they can keep it going too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Right.
Shall we move on to the next one?
We shall move on to the next one. Next match, 9. You got this one.
Okay, so for the next match, we have Yisaraj's Clown College versus F2L. I want to note that when we were doing the bracket predictions, we had 0 F2L believers here out of the 4 of us. So they are against they're against the expectations right now. We'll see if they can beat it. But so for the actual match, we've got Nails versus Berserk, which has already happened. Nails won 3-1. Then we have Valera versus Che Magician. And then we've got Kalis Luna versus Rescue Wabbit in the 3rd seed. Neji Boston versus Snake in the 4, and Lumble versus Ariana 20 in the 5 seed. As for how the actual match is played out, the Nails is over. Berserk is really good, and that's a big win for the Clown College for sure to take that early in the series. And
Yeah, for sure.
It's just like a morale win, just like seeing that they got that dub early is big. I believe Neji Boston's very powerful player too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This one is I have it close. I have it 3-2 Clown College. With F2L picking up wins in the 2 seed and the 5 seed. So I have Che Magician winning and Ariana 20 taking the wins. And then I have the Clown College taking the series, though.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's pretty fair. Yeah,
I would agree with pretty much most of what you said now, and I think these are 2 really strong teams on paper. And I'm only biased to pick F2L to lose here, pick Clown College to advance because of the result already in. I feel like they very well may go 2-2 for the final 2 matches. So that first one may end up proving decisive. I feel like Nails versus Berserk, they're both such good players. It was always going to be a toss-up, but Nails won this one. That may end up being decisive.
Yeah, I think it's ironic. The most important match, arguably the most important match, was played at the very beginning.
Yep. And we actually
Yisaraj's Clown College just kind of came right out of nowhere this season and just And yet yet I would say, despite kind of like coming out of nowhere, there was a lot of expectations on these guys, and they definitely lived up to all of the hype.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who knows knows at least Neji Boston on this team, has played on a few teams with him. Like he was telling me, he's like, dude, my pro team. He was telling me before the season, like my pro team is nuts. Like we're like, I think we have a chance to go very deep in the playoffs. And they're here, so they have to prove it. And we do fortunately get to see Neji versus Snake, right after this match, or right after this show. And I'm very much looking forward to that. As for the rest of the series, I think that Chain Magician, I think Chain Magician is favored. He like Valera is a very strong player, but Chain Magician like started 0-3 and has not lost since.
That's
So,
insane, really.
yeah, started 0-3 and have got used to the conquest format and just started destroying. He's one of the best like Latin American players from from Mexico. He's insane. And then Kayla's versus Wabbit. That's actually a super interesting match. I think that one could go either way. I probably favor Kayla's, but I wouldn't not be surprised if Wabbit takes it. I mean, we could look at like we could do classes and everything. Wanna go through it just to take like, oh, maybe changes predictions. And then Ariana versus Lumble, I'd say, is pretty close. This has the potential to go 3-2, but I think Clown College could also just take a blowout on this one. It just depends on how we'll see how this next match goes. I think.
I will also say I think it's very impressive that F2L continues to show that no matter what, like, structure they have for their roster, they continue to be incredibly consistent.
Yeah, this F2L, like the way that Robobson has things going for that organization, they are prep monsters. Like they are so good at getting prepared for matches. So I would not be surprised if they took it. I wouldn't be surprised. Like they are a really good team. It would be disappointing for Clown College, but I think that for sure.
I think ultimately it's just very it's very close. F2L just showing that they are just always a strong team and they are always containing a strong roster of players. So but I will say for Chain Magician versus Valera, I mean, I believe in Reggie. He is quite a monster at this point. So
Yeah.
I think that one is going to be very close one way or the other.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I didn't know, hadn't seen Reggie that much before this season, but I think I saw like 1 or 2 stream matches of him, and just some of the lines he found, I was very impressed by. He's definitely a top quality player. Doesn't quite have the literally semi-professional pedigree that Chain Magician has, but the dude can clearly play Hearthstone at a high level.
Oh, yes, he can.
Yeah.
You have no idea how sad I was to lose him from my pro team last season, but I also can, after seeing the team he ended up joining, I can't say I blame him.
Yeah.
Due process ain't got nothing on that.
All right.
All right, shall we move on to the next match?
All right, next match is JR's match to talk about. We do not have classes, unfortunately.
Yes, it is. Hyper Horizon versus Faction. I mean, the funny thing is, I feel like it's easy to people like Hyper Horizon right now. My opinions of them have not changed at all. They are still an incredible team. Their roster is still just as strong as it's ever been. But you'll definitely notice looking at their overall records, it's definitely not quite up there with their performance from last season. And I'm very surprised that when you look at them comparison to Faction, you could argue Faction definitely has the advantage here. And not just because they also finish with more points in like a slightly better position. So, I mean, Faction, I'm curious. I think Hyper Horizon is such a strong team, but man, maybe Faction has a better shot than anybody's realizing. So I'm excited for this. McBanterface is going to be facing Harash, Gamer RVG versus Tonberry Blue, Flying Kraken versus D Money, Liquid Ox versus Unlimited Power, and then Cool Kid 2001 versus Fogey 8.
Yeah. I guess my line for this one of why most people would consider Faction if they beat Hyper Horizon. Hyper Horizon's pedigree to be an upstep. I think they actually may have decent odds here, solely because none of them are qualified for the Masters Tour happening Friday, and 2 of Hyper Horizon's players are. So having known myself the pro week or the week of THL last season, where I tried to play my matches in between the Masters Tour, it's just you just lose focus. It's not possible to do both at high level. You lose distraction. That's literally 40% of their team that's dealing with other stuff. So, and what all ordinarily might be a tough matchup, if that gives Faction just the slight edge, then they may be able to eke it out here.
Sure.
You don't think they use this extra practice?
Yeah, it's definitely means extra practice, but it depends when the matches are being played. Like,
Yeah.
I scheduled one of mine for Sunday night, and I just was never so drained after playing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting because it doesn't necessarily work against them. That's the funny thing about it.
Yeah, I mean, if they all 0-3 drop on the first day, and then have are just really in tune with the meta, have a day to
Well,
rest.
not just that, but I mean, look at somebody like Nails. He made the time. He was really focused and was able to make the time to both prepare for the Masters Tour and also prepare for this match. And it really paid off because you could tell he would. If you look at
Oh,
the lineups,
sure.
you can tell how like he really had a plan. He didn't just randomly bring
Oh,
decks.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If you're playing before, that's completely different. But I guess I'm assuming if the matches aren't in yet, it's pretty
No,
unlikely.
there's
that
no
they'll-
decks in.
Sure,
so,
sure.
so you can assume that they'll get their decks in this week, or that they'll get their decks in, in the next couple of hours, and from there the Masters Tour starts, I believe, Friday or tomorrow, one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check-in.
Okay. So they start Friday. Like Neji's playing his match. He also qualified for Masters Tour. He's doing his match tonight. I
Right.
don't know. Obviously, it looks like a lot of the F12 versus Yashirajas want to get played early because those players are in the Masters Tour. So we'll see. Obviously, how Hyper Horizon handles it. And you know what JR said. They are a strong team. They are the defending champs, and gotta give them the respect. I think this matchup. I think with Foggy coming in on Faction, it really makes them a strong team. Like it's actually insane how crazy like pulling a player like Foggy 8 is on your team like this late into a pro season. I think that the lower 3 seeds kind of all have the advantage. If I look at if I'm just looking at it like D Money versus Kraken, I probably favor Kraken. Unlimited versus Ox, even though Ox is an insane player, like I don't know, I think maybe Unlimited's having also an insane season. He could take him down. And Foggy versus Cool Kid, probably gonna favor Foggy just because he's come in and hasn't lost yet, riding momentum. And so I think overall, I wouldn't be surprised either way who wins.
It will definitely be interesting. It's also worth mentioning, though, that we should keep in mind. We should mention that next week, things will be a little bit different because there is going to be the change in the in the playoff schedule. They've adjusted it so that
Yeah,
we won't have to worry about the season starting after the set is released.
that's
So
true.
I believe it's the semifinals and the finals will both be taking place next week.
Yeah, some of the semifinals. I'm gonna look in the Pro Series Discord or the Pro Series section of Discord right now just to read off what has
I
been
forget where
decided
they
on.
posted like the official schedule and whatnot, but yes, I
So it
believe
was
it's
voted upon.
the semifinals and the finals will both be next week.
It was voted on captain's
It was
section.
all the playoff teams voted on it. So
Yeah, you're right. Anyways, it's gonna be I just want to get the dates read out for people. That way they know when to tune in for stuff.
you
So we've got okay. Monday the 8th through Saturday the 13th is Hero quarterfinals. Pro quarterfinals, pro
You mean pro.
semifinals. The Sunday to Thursday the 18th. The finals will take place Friday the 19th to Monday the 22nd. And they have deadlines for each of them.
Sounds
So
about right.
like
That's
the
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they start like the finals start the day there, but then the deadline is the day after, so it is Monday the 15th and Saturday the 20th, just to get it all out there
Right.
for
And now it's
people.
also official that the
Thank you,
It's
Diamond,
also
for
official
posting
that
it
the
in the
new
chat. I
expansion is coming
appreciate
out
it.
on the 30th.
Yep, and thank you to Diamond in the chat for posting that. So yeah, just to let everyone know, that is the schedule for that is the schedule for Pro. So we'll be getting matches on streams. Hopefully we can get matches on streams at different points. And so are we ready to move on to our next match?
We got one more. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think we are. So last match, of course, by process of elimination, you can tell it is the Aeon, the team that everyone likes, going up against Popeye's Spicy Chicken Sandwich, the team with the very best picture. I'm sorry to all the other teams. So Popeye's #1 seed, and just looking at those names, they're so ridiculously stacked, but actually coming out lost first round to Donkey. Don't bet against Donkey, as Darian said in the chat before. Mick taking the L this week. Interesting to see he did not bring his patented
He did not bring Mick Hunter.
So that might be part of the reason he didn't do so well. However, we see there are classes in for Donde versus Wet Goose, and Donde did bring Highlander Hunter. Unfortunately, it's not the Mick variant, so I'm not sure if it will quite work, but he's trying to fight fire with fire. I kind of like this approach. It's a very spicy lineup from Donde as well, bringing Highlander Hunter, which is pretty off meta, alongside Tick Lock, C-Mac's favorite deck, which is also a little off meta. And also, I feel like those two decks don't get brought together in a lineup all that frequently. And he has free admission as Tick Lock. There's some things going on there. Highlander Priest and Bombware are his other two decks, going up against Wet Goose's lineup of just a pretty standard Kick Rogue and Rage Warrior, Zoo, and Brutality. So do we know when that one's getting played? I presume it's soon.
I do not know. It's not on stream, so I don't know.
Yeah, so ordinarily I would back back Wet Goose for that. But you know what? Donde with that Highlander Hunter going up against the team with Mick on it, you maybe? Oh, okay, I just updated it. Wet Goose swept him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Ticklock did not gonna win C-Mac is Sag in the chat probably.
Yes, I can confirm that Ticklock did not get a win, nor was it banned. Very sad.
Yeah. All right, so Popeye's taking a lead
now with 3 matches remaining.
Yeah. I'm sorry, C-Mac. I'm just as sad as you are. All right, so we can go through the last 3 matches. We've got Ridiculous Hat versus Honest Zabe, Markshire versus Bobby E. Oh, sorry. and Risen versus Mayan.
Yeah. Sure. Whoever does it. Yeah. Zabe having a killer season against Arhat, who that'd be a fun match to see, especially Arhat on stream is very entertaining given how quickly.
I mean, I love seeing both of these guys on stream. I say bring it.
And then Markshire, I've quite a respect for him as a player, having faced him off twice last season in Hero and seen him playing my teammates in Hero twice this season as well. We'll have his work coming out for him going against Bobby X. And lastly, of course, what you mentioned, Mayan against Risen.
Spoilers, all 3 of these matches are on stream this week.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Yep. And
but yeah.
at 9. Go to 9 on something. Well, sorry for being all jumpy.
Yeah, I'm having second thoughts, I guess. I know I predicted Aeon, but now I'm looking at the I had faith in Donde.
Now
I'm looking at the remaining matches, and I can't really bet against Myanodon. Zabe is really, I mean, you said he's having a crazy season. He is having a crazy season. And if they manage to take those series, then it's over, right? So, I'm second guessing. I want Aeon to pull through, but it's a tough week.
Wait, no. It's not like one more match will decide this.
No, but if Zabe and Mayan won, it would decide it, right? If the 2.
Oh yes, yeah, both of them win. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. Technically, Mayan and Bobby.
Well, actually,
the Bobby X and Mayan match are Friday night, so they'll play before.
When do Zabe and Hat play?
They play on Saturday night.
That's right.
So we'll either know Friday night or we'll know on Salty Saturday.
Maybe Hat takes it.
Maybe.
I
Wouldn't
mean,
be
I
out of the
think
picture.
both of these players are pretty even as far as skill goes, but Zabe's on fire 9-1, so it's kind of hard to bet against him at this point.
Yeah.
But he's in the Masters tour, right? He's playing Saturday.
I have no idea.
I actually don't
I thought
know.
he was. I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I
but-
actually
It's
don't
honestly hard
know.
to keep track of people who make it for these things, who qualifies from THL, because there's a bunch of people. So very good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll ultimately see what happens, but I am excited. So all 3 of the remaining matches that will be on stream.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be
We'll
awesome.
see it play out live action.
Neji Boston says that Wet Goose is qualified, but his match is over now. He already
Yeah, his match
won.
is
Right.
already-
Okay.
So yeah, the 2 qualified members already played. I'm not obviously not sure about Bobby X, Mayan, or Zabe. I don't think Mayan qualified. What I know. Yeah. I mean, I favor Popeyes. I think Aeon can put up a fight. They have a lot of great players.
Mm.
Right.
I'm shocked Aeon made it with the record that they had. Because they definitely did pretty well for themselves overall. But hey, either way, they're here.
Yeah,
Who
playoffs
doesn't
is a
love a
big.
good underdog story?
Oh yeah. All right. Let's go to the commercial break, Mr. Just in Time.
Yes, so if you didn't tune in to Hearth Center yesterday, you will have missed that Twitch chat voted me the very best ad read. I think because more of my friends were in chat than Ron's, and that
That doesn't
we
sound
had-
sketchy
we
at
had
all.
an ad read off between the two of us. We read each other's ads, and I thought Ron did a lot better. He was gracious and humble, and said he thought I did better, and the chat picked me 5-4. So you're listening to the star of the show here, the center point, the reason people tune into Tavern Talk. I've even heard it mentioned. So, anyways, thank you so much for tuning into Tavern Talk. If you are enjoying our show, make sure you check out Around the Saloon on Mondays and Ronnie Tuesday on day of the week that you'll never guess. Is that not enough content for you? Well, we stream THL matches each night from Thursday to Sunday, starting at 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern. All evening match schedules are to be determined by caster and player availability. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. But wait, that's not all. We also have some incredible matches weekend afternoons on Schoolstone. Precise times and days subject to availability. Please consider subscribing to our channel. The subscription enables the THL team to help cover the various costs of operating our website and improve the quality of our streams and content to our viewers. And I see someone asking in our chat, what's Prime Gaming? Well, if you have Amazon Prime/Prime Gaming, you can sub to the channel for free. Subscribers will get a THL Mocon as well as a lovely THL chat badge and sub emote. So hit that heart button and keep the follows on and make sure you catch our team broadcasting live. We appreciate each and every one of you. Special note to our viewers, check out THL's other social media points of interest. Our website, teamhearthlegends.com. Follow us on Twitter at THLHS. Join our Discord, Team Hearth Legends, and the THL PAL podcast wherever podcasts are sold. Oh, thanks, Diamond. I didn't even self-post this time in the chat.
Oh man, Diamond picking Justin up. Let's
Twitch
go.
chat to help me out there, and I was rewarded.
Yeah. All right. So we have 3 more matches to cover. We have the 2 wild semifinals matches, and we'll go into the main event after that. So we've got first match of wild semifinals. We've got Everyone's a Winner versus Seas of Cheese. Seas of Cheese, the team I did not pick, nor did I necessarily expect to win last week against Hey Loser, but they did take it with the bottom 3 members all getting either 3 1s or 3 0s. Quite insane. So, I have taken some notes down for this match. I'll run through the specific stuff. We've got 6J versus Lad. We've got Battle Tagger versus TH Lemur. We've got Absolute versus Siege. Hazer versus Scritch. Sunday versus Blue Sombrero. And this match is very Everyone's a Winner sided, in my opinion. And it starts at the top with 6J versus Slad. 6J, as Diamond said in chat, he will stay undefeated, probably end the season undefeated, but maybe not. He is gonna if he has to face a certain person next week, it might end his undefeated season. We'll see how it goes. Because we obviously don't know the finals. Battle Tagger versus Lemur. Battle Tagger is an insane player. I know Lemur is the longest tenured member of THL and knows how to play these series in Conquest and everything. And this team has had such a cool run to like they started very hot and then kind of cooled off and then got some life in the last couple of weeks to pick up some big points and then a win. 6J also didn't have to play last week because the rest of his team won so much that they didn't have to play anything. That happened a lot in Wild last week. The Seas of Cheese played all 5 matches. Absolute versus Siege. This is probably the closest match I have to Seas of Cheese winning a match, which I picked. I do think that Siege can take it over Absolute. Absolute is also an insane player. And then Hazer versus Scritch. Hazer moves out of the 5 up into the 4. And I still don't think he'll have that much trouble taking a win. And Sunday versus Blue Bite. I mean, Sunday's a great player. I know he has not been winning as much as he probably likes. But going down to the 5 seed definitely helps. So I think he'll take it over Blue. So I mean, I'm looking at like a 4-1 whole sweep for everyone's a winner. So these players might not have to play all their matches. All right. Sorry, I took up so much time on that.
No, you're good. I just feel like for this match, I'm thinking to myself, man, Seas of Cheese, props to them for pulling off the only what I would really consider a major upset of the first round of playoffs last week. Because I mean, these playoff matches all went exactly how we expected, except for this one. And to see Hey Loser get taken down by a team that's has been pretty strong, but has really been working to make a name for themselves, I think it's pretty spicy.
GM, by the way, on Hey Loser.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That
Rami
team was stacked though, even like not just because of Rami though. That's the thing.
Yeah, Rami and Memnarch both won their matches, but the bottom 3 didn't get it done, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, Rami's an insane player, and Memnarch is an insane wild player. His record didn't indicate the type of season that he actually had. Ending, I believe, at a 6-4 record overall after this season.
Yeah.
He's just he's a vast knowledge pool of Wild. Like getting to like listen to him cast. He's so good and sees things just like can just see things that I don't see as a player, even as I've been getting into Wild. Yeah. So 9, do you have any thoughts?
I've been sitting here thinking if Sea of Cheese gets a 4-1 where their bottom 4 seeds win, they all have the same
Record.
record, which is
Yeah.
actually insane. They'd win the championship at that point. They'd be unstoppable.
Right.
And that's like the power of like friendship just destroys at that point.
Yeah.
I think it is a really tough week for them, but I'm gonna put my faith in I'm an underdog fan, so I got to give it to the Seas of Cheese.
We're gonna go with the underdog. I like it.
I'm doing the same, but more so because Siege is a good buddy of mine, and to see how far he's taken this team from their humble beginnings is pretty amazing to watch. If everyone's a winner wins, I will definitely still be very happy, especially for how successful they've been up until this point. But yeah, Seas of Cheese, I'm all for the underdogs. For sure.
Awesome. All right. Let's move on to the second match. Eve, JR go ahead and give the rundown on this match.
Well, to put it, I mean, what else is there to really say about this match except this is the rematch of last season's finals. So, one team from last season's finals is guaranteed to make it into this season's finals, which kind of goes along with the theme we've been noticing about how every single like series has so far had at least 1 or 2 like players returning to doing back-to-back finals appearances in that respective series. And this is going to be no different. A Noyo team versus F2L Viridian. Both these teams coming in with the exact same record, comparable performances across the board. I mean, F12 Iridian is definitely favored here, but a Noyo team is not a team to be slept on here, and I think you could definitely see a Noyo team. They want their revenge, 100%. They want revenge after losing to them in the finals last season, and I could see that happening. So, if I had to guess, I think F12 is going to take it. I'm going to say Corbett, Marty, and I'm going to say Neji. I'm going to say the top 3 definitely take it. Maybe they take more, but I feel like those 3 are definitely pretty favored. These guys, they know what they're doing. I'm sure they have a plan ready, just knowing how they operate. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, that screenshot was been taken just in the past few minutes. Itachi has submitted classes. We have lists out.
Nice.
So Itachi sent Highlander Priest.
Raza Priest. Okay.
Yeah, Raza Priest. You sent an aggressive rogue, odd rogue with Beneath the Grounds tech. I'm not a wild player, but is that standard? I guess that's
that's a
for a bit now, I think.
okay. Gotcha.
yeah.
As
like,
It depends on what
then
you're
he has an
targeting.
warrior and he has a Reno lock. And then going up against Mataturns, who has a Matatarns, sorry, who has a King Thing aggro rogue, has a Dark Glare Warlock, a Secret Mage, and an Odd Paladin.
That is a foolproof lineup. I love that. That lineup is very epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no overlap in the 2 lineups they submit. 4 or decks they submit archetypes. 4 completely different archetypes on each side.
Yeah.
I would imagine the warrior for Itachi is being banned out, but
so
you guys probably got wild than me.
I like the Beneath the Grounds tech. I mean, I like this odd rogue deck in general. It's a little different than what you run on ladder. It's a lot. I run a much more aggressive list on ladder. Maybe I'll have to change some stuff up. But anyways, I think the odd rogue could prove difficult for Hachi to maybe win. I always forget how odd rogue versus aggro goes. Like that's my thing. Like if odd rogue might just get stuck against some of these aggro decks. It should do fine. I mean, Secret Mage is technically just an aggressive deck because it just goes face a lot. I don't know. Itachi, like first, like this whole match I have it as very Viridian favored. I think
it's fair to say the Beneath the Grounds tech for Itachi did not hit this time, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't really hit. The only class that really draws is gonna be your Warlock for Man-at-Arms.
Yeah, no, the Beneath the Grounds tech was definitely not. This one doesn't work against either of these decks. It's Beneath the Grounds is used to shut off like Reno decks.
Yeah,
there are no Reno decks.
I like Man-at-Arms lineup.
I like Matt's line. I like Matt. I was gonna say I think Man-at-Arms has a better lineup than Itachi, but we'll see how the actual matchups go.
Itachi just kind of has to wild gamer the Reno games, I think, and he can do it. But I think those decks might struggle.
I agree.
But he can Reno on 6 and do that kind of crazy thing. So that always happens.
Yeah.
Wild is a really funny format for those kind of things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this stand. I'm very Anoyo team.
Okay.
I've played a lot of Wild, and I think Duan's one of the players I respect most.
Yeah, of course, he's a great player.
MTG, I respect those 2 players a lot. Same with Slight, so maybe I'm biased, but I do like those 3 guys a lot. So I give it to them. And Bone Masher is on the undefeated streak. We'll see if they can continue that. Oh, that is a scary thing. Undefeated and Wild, that means they're a monster. They're going crazy. They're mad.
Yeah, Bone Masher coming in for I want to say it was Vapod, has done a great job. No, he came in for Batmacil. Sorry. I think Corbett should take it over MTG Squirrel. Marty B and Duin. That's such an interesting matchup. I think that kind of. I think Duin moving up to the 2 seed, might not be that good for a Noyo team. Because I think Marty is going to be able to put in that prep time to I know Dewin brings a lot of, what people would call jank decks sometimes, but I know Dewin's such a solid player. I mean, he swept me in Legacy. He's the only player who beat me in the Legacy regular season. So, and I have so much respect for him. I think that one's a very close one, and I give a slight edge. I might just give a slight edge to Marty, but obviously, I don't know the decks. Neji versus Slate is very close as well. Neji's an insane player, so I probably give him an edge, even with playing Masters Tour this weekend, because he'll be playing this match on Sunday, I believe. When I talk to him, Rotted versus Bone Masher, it's gonna be a close one. Rotted's having obviously a 500. So I don't know the players at Bone Masher's face, but I know he could definitely ride the wave there. But I think the top three, if top three from F2L can just win, then obviously they should take that week. And I might give, obviously just on classes, a 3-2 to whoever, a 3 to whoever wins between Itachi and Mad at Arms, because Secret Mage has had such a tough time this season getting through in matches. I've seen it just get straight up swept.
Classic Secret Mage.
Yeah, Secret Mage has struggled this season.
I'll hold my opinions.
I mean, Secret Mage is a super strong deck on ladder. I've played it and has extreme success with it. But I don't know. It's struggled in its play, the stats show it.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Are we ready for the main event?
Let's go.
Right.
The hype
has
peaked.
We actually have a first ever on Tavern Talk, at least while I've been on Tavern Talk. We're actually going to show a video on stream. We're going to Hero Series, and I've got a trailer from our guest. He has given this to me, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to play it on the stream. All right.
I am so excited for this.
Let's go. I'm gonna make sure.
I'm very curious. I didn't look. I didn't look at the video before now, so I guess we'll see.
All right. I'm gonna go from this.
What is up, everybody? Nine Eyebrows here, and it's finals week here in Hero of THL, and I'm here at an antique shop with my teammate Turtle. Say hi. And I'm looking around. I don't see anyone dabbing on us yet. You see dab on them? They're for the birds. Bunch of chickens, if you ask me.
There's no monkey business about it. We're coming for the crown.
Tonk is totally gonna win this week. We're even gonna bring the hammer. So I took a little advice this week from a man named Aubrey Graham, and he also goes by last name ever, first name greatest. But what he said is, a spin on his words is, I got C-Mag with me going back to back.
All right. Hinder. Do anything to the VOD. Hopefully not. But anyways, thank you Turtle thank you Nine for that amazing video. I'm gonna swap over. It will show the F12 versus Anoyo team here for a second while I get the match pulled up. Yeah. So main event time, Hero Series Finals. Honk if you were corny versus Dab on them. I gotta make this smaller now. Apparently this one liked to be bigger than the rest. All right, so Nine, run us through the matchups. I'll let you and Justin take the floor first.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, I'll start, I guess. So we've got Tonk If You Are Corny versus Dab on him for the Hero Series Season 14 Finals. First, we have our host, Always Just in Time versus Based Ink. That is a really good match. Then in second seed, we got Turtle versus Boozosaurus. Turtle took that one 3-1 on stream Tuesday, I believe. Yeah, and then we've got CMAC versus Duin, and I know I just put a ton of praise into Duin, but we're going to say that was for Wild. For Standard, I got to put, all the stocks in CMAC. And for the fourth seed, we got me, Nine Eyebrows, versus Astral Frog. And then for the fifth seed, we got my boy Skirt Reynolds versus Buse. So that is our week.
Okay, sounds good. Good show, everyone. See ya.
Yeah.
Why are you so ridiculous?
At least I'm not wearing a hat. But yeah, Turtle.
Oh, what a good one. Okay. I like it.
Turtle, huge win last night over Booze. So he was not feeling good during the middle of it. You see, Turtle, the Turtle brand. I'll give you a look inside. Being friends with Turtle, knowing Turtle well, he will tell you that the best deck in the game by far is Broom Paladin. It's favored into every matchup, according to him. So that game too, when he lost the Broom Paladin mirror and its hero, so then his opponent was playing Broom Paladin, and he didn't have the only deck in the game that could answer Broom Paladin as a response, which is Broom Paladin, because he had just lost the mirror. He thought the sky was falling. He thought he was going to lose, because what could he queue that could possibly be favored into his favorite deck, Broom Paladin? But somehow he found a way to clutch it out, winning game 3 and 4. With,
Yeah.
Captain PR now.
Yeah,
So-
Shadow Hunter Vol'jin, man. Shadow Hunter Vol'jin.
550
That
PR.
card is nuts.
Yeah.
I sent this to THL Discord, but this is actually crazy. He is the second season THL. He is 17-4 in Hero Series. He came in as 340 PR as a 10-star gamer. He's still a 10-star gamer. It's not like he was. I mean, he's still a very good player. Maybe he doesn't play ladders much or memes on ladder, but it's not like he was smurfing or anything like that. Like hadn't played the game in a while. He just turns up for THL. He's insane. 340 to 550 speedrun PR complete. He will probably be a 1 seed next season, and I will love looking forward to 1 seed Turtle.
Yeah. That's awesome.
This is he was the last player I assigned to the team. And I couldn't be happier with the way, I mean, Turtle is an incredible player to have in the Discord. He's so funny. So, and then he's 10-1 too. That's also a plus.
I was gonna say that, and he's very knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable in the Broom Paladin.
Yeah.
Partway through the season, he sometimes doesn't like reading, and so he just like sends his decks and playing. So there's one time I was writing out some strategy for him, and it did get in his defense. He gave us a pretty big block of text, and he's like, "I'm not reading that." So I'm like, "Turtle, okay, give me your phone number. I will call you. I'll text you an audio message. I'll record myself saying this so that you can listen to it." And then he did that. And now we've communicated through audio for most of the rest of the season. Crazy. And then because it deletes the audio messages after a little while, so it's like looking back through our chat of text messages, it will just be like 2-word answers going, "What do you mean by this?" They're just completely no context, makes no sense. 10-1. He's just insane.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But yeah, anyways, hopefully we can close it for Turtle and get him that tonk emoji that he so thoroughly deserves.
Seriously.
Yeah. I mean, as much confidence as I have going into the week, Dab on him is a really good team. Base is a really good captain to have. So I hope for good matches this week. I hope we take it. I want to go back to back, as the video showed. I'd like to take CMAC with me on the back to back adventure. I think that's a fun time. So
Oh yeah.
we'll do our best.
CMAC's always a fun time.
Yes, I play my match Thursday, so I get it out of the way before the Masters Tour, thankfully. So I don't have that to cloud my brain before. So that's nice.
Yeah.
We'll get to see that.
Yeah, that's good. Get that match play. Obviously, try to get that win against Astral. Not going to be an easy match, but I believe in you. Like, this is such a tough match to call. And I think it comes down. I think a lot of it might come down to the base versus Justin match. I know that I know the match order, so like obviously it doesn't. That's not the last match of the series. Like, I don't know. I think if Justin wins it, I think that Tonk should take the title pretty easily. I think because I favor C-Mac over Duin. Myself, I think that 9 versus Astral is a very interesting series, and obviously again, if you can win tomorrow on stream, like that's huge. Like if you win and Justin wins, it could obviously just wrap up the finals depending on the points. And then Skirt versus Buse. Like Skirt's a really great player. He's a 50 PR and he's a steal in the there. Some of my favorite match in Hero was our second match. It was a very close 3. That's my favorite Hero series match, even more than the one I actually won. Yeah, I mean, like as someone who went against Tonk twice this year, you guys are insane. This team be built definitely worthy of a championship. The Dab on him team also worthy. We got a really great match going on for the Hero finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is oh man, this is gonna be exciting. I'm I second Diamond's nomination for base first Justin to be casted by my Enadon and Dollar Bills.
Well,
so down for that.
Well, we can't
I
necessarily
know.
have that, unfortunately.
Wouldn't that be nice though?
I mean, yeah, any match casted by
the hype.
I mean, any of match casted by those two, hype.
Give me and Dardar to cast it.
Oh, that'd be sick.
That would be joy.
Yeah. All right.
And then get Duin in there too to get some representation from the other team.
Yeah.
Shenanigans will ensue. We'll have a good time.
Yeah.
Yada yada.
Unfortunately, I couldn't. Unfortunately, I guess none of the Dab on It members were available to come on. I would have loved to have them, kind of just have like back and forth and see what the thoughts are on the series. I was told that Justin could be the Dab on Him representative, but obviously he's on Tonk. According to Based Inc.
Yeah,
Based is right about most things.
Yeah.
Whatever does happen, it's been a fun season. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Not sure how much of this team will be returning next season. Partly because of PR, partly because of at least me needing a break, and I think some other people have been talking about it. But I just looked up now. There's 12,800 messages sent in our server. That's people
a lot.
one season. So it's definitely been a fun team environment.
Yeah, no, this team has really been captaining. This team has been so awesome. These guys are
for sure
a joy to work with, and I haven't had to do any. They have not made me do any work as far as like captain stuff. C-Mac was in the Texas Storm, so he had to be subbed 1 week, and that was the most I had to do for my team. Otherwise, they were so, functioning by themselves and making sure everything went well. And I mean, it's gone really well so far. We'll see if we can close it out.
For sure.
But yeah, Dab obviously very, very cool team. Know a decent number of them, like them a lot. They're cool people. So it would be an honor to lose to them, but I'd prefer to win.
Yeah, I want the WWE belts. If I can pull the Masters Tour, then the WWE belts are ours.
Oh, nice.
I can top you. I have an actual WWE style belt.
Oh,
okay,
yes.
I found a place where you can make them, and I could get the Tonk If You Are Corny logo on them. If like we won the championship, and if I hit a prize cut at the Masters Tour, I think I'd do it. That sounds pretty funny.
I believe
having the belt forever, getting to tell my grandkids about the belt, crazy.
Crazy.
Anyways,
yeah.
For all that,
the hell?
Do we want to move on to the most important part of the show?
Of course.
The questions.
Most important part
is about that time.
The interview. Yeah, we have to. We're not going to spend obviously forever on this. There are a lot of questions for 9.
A lot of questions.
We'll probably try to do this like a rapid fire type thing.
Yeah, we can either do all of them or we can just do a couple.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
we're gonna do it Nosdormu style. 9 eyebrows. Are you ready?
Sure. Yeah. Yes.
All right, we're gonna make this quick. You do not have a lot of time to answer. Bear with me. Starting off, coming from CMAC, what lineup do you think will win MT Ironforge?
Lineup are you
Well, I've
gonna?
got-
What lineup are you going to use?
Oh, sorry. What are you going to use to win?
I'm gonna.
Wait, you're playing in
say-
MT Ironforge?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe I
Not
didn't
yet.
know
Not
that
yet.
until now.
9 qualified.
I
Oh, yeah.
qualified like in
Our fourth stage going to
mid-January.
the Masters Tour. Pretty okay.
I would I'd run back the lineup I qualified with plus Gibby Druid if Ramp Paladin didn't get gutted. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna on the day of the tournament I'm gonna flip 4 coins and wherever they land I'm gonna get like a HS replay spreadsheet out and flip coins on it. and see where I
Nice.
land.
Let's go.
No, I think I'm pretty close to what I want to do, but we'll see.
Yeah.
When can we expect to see the 9 Twitter post after he wins MT Ironforge, courtesy of Avi?
win? It
When?
will be that.
Questions
It
are
will be
completely independent as well. Great minds think alike. It's just fate.
as I like to say, 2 minds think the same. We'll see that post if I get the dub, we'll see it instantly. We'll see a
Alright.
screenshot of the WWE order, like
Nice.
the belt
From
order.
Justin, which eyebrow is your favorite?
The unibrow.
Of course it is. From Max, have you ever avoided playing a box?
I think so. I kind of live in fear sometimes, especially of what's in the box.
Oh, I just gotta know
From
what's
Max as well, with the rising cost of living, are you attempting to reduce human debt by killing the opposing hero? Wait, what?
in. Yeah, these are some weird questions.
Max has
I do play a good amount of aggro, especially in WoW. That was a Pirate Warrior gamer.
Oh,
So-
Yeah. Also from Max, given 5 years, how many marriages do you think you'll officiate?
At least 7.
Okay.
If it's less than 7, I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Are you a
Um,
justice of the
from
peace?
Diamond, what is your favorite Aubrey Graham song and lyric?
You can't do that. I mean, like Passion Fruit is a song that you can put on and someone's hips will move no matter what. That is like just such a fact.
That's probably true. Yes.
Marvin's Room is unreal too, though. So
And for the record, as somebody who grew up watching Degrassi: The Next Generation, Drake will always be Aubrey Graham to me. I just gotta say that.
both my last 2 Tespa teams have been named after him. Last team, we were Aubrey G Marry Me, and then this time we're Aubrey Graham Best Man. So
That is glorious.
Glorious.
I love it.
we're
Yeah.
big Skirt's on my Tespa team too.
All
so
right,
he's
moving on. Which League of Legends character would you add as the 11th Hearthstone hero, courtesy of Diamond?
Heimerdinger. Oh wait, that's in Runeterra. I can't say that. Oh gosh. Yeah, Heimerdinger. We'll go with
Nice.
that.
Nice.
If you were to add 7 more eyebrows to your body, where would they go? Also from Diamond.
Literally just on top of each other, so I'm constantly raising my eyebrows.
Just
Nice.
stack them out
Raise
vertically.
your.
Yeah,
we've
just
we've heard of
like-
raising our dongers. Now we're
Just like-
raising our
just like how you-
eyebrows.
Like how your chin protrudes from your body, just make it even bigger.
Oh, just extensions. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that'd be brilliant.
People pay good money for eyebrow extensions. Why didn't they just consider getting more eyebrows?
I mean, there is such a thing as too much of a good thing.
No, JR, silly.
Ah,
Our eyebrows are good. Thing.
Yeah,
All right, next.
If there
okay,
is-
fair.
Right.
Whatever floats your boat.
All right.
If there is, it's not at 7. it's not.
How are you such a content machine, and why is your only setting bangers only?
6 years of ankle weights.
It's diamonds,
Fair.
by the way.
Just 6 years of wearing ankle weights at all moments.
Of course. So this
Nice.
is Dragon Ball Z, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you? If you were to direct Minions 3, what would the plot be from Diamond?
The minions are starting to be produced and they have unibrows now and they like divide each other.
Nice.
And yeah.
I love it. Love it.
These are
I'm
some
dead.
good questions and some good answers.
Yeah, these are great.
Do you have 9 tweezers, or do you reuse your eyebrow pluckers from Max?
I throw out I have paper tweezers. I tweeze one eyebrow, throw it out. Tweeze one hair, throw it
Love
out.
it.
I'm really wasteful at this point.
Yeah.
If you had 4 cars, would you ever play Pure Paladin: A Legend?
I don't know why.
Also from Max.
So
Yeah.
Max, if you don't know,
Pure
is
Paladin's my least
Yeah.
favorite
No.
deck.
Max is
really
was isn't
funny.
he Geranimus bottle?
yeah, Geranium Battle, also
Geranium
known as
Battle.
Naturia Beast. He is a
Because of
pure paladin
course.
one trick. He only plays pure paladin.
I'm not a pure paladin
I
gamer.
think
I'm
you just
sorry.
look to get your opinion on pure paladin and throwing in just cards because yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go with that.
Nice. Ooh,
But yeah, I think that is all the questions we have.
that is
Yes, that
all the
is.
questions.
I definitely
Feesh,
wrote
now,
some of those
Dr.
questions.
Feesh, would you like to now tell our viewers what matches they have to look forward to for the
Yes.
rest of this week?
Hey, well, tonight in about, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes, we're gonna have Neji Boston versus it's Neji Boston versus Snake. That is Pro Series quarterfinals. Thursday night, casted by Ron Mexico and Saku. As far as I know, we have Hero Series finals, always just in time versus Based Inc. at 8 p.m. Eastern, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. We have Nine Eyebrows versus Astro Frog, also in the Hero Series finals. Friday Night Fights, casted by myself, Dr. Feesh, and Corridon. We have 9 p.m. Pro Series quarterfinals, Markshire versus Bobby X. And then 10 p.m. same match, Aeon versus Popeyes, Risen versus Myanodon. Schoolstone Saturday, I'll do it in chronological. We have Wild semifinals match. We have 6J versus Slad. That's going to be Marty B and somebody else. The sheet says 6J, but he can't cast his own match, so he'll be doing the Wild. He'll very likely do the Wild meta report or whatever they've been doing, which has been fantastic. So tune in for that if you're a Wild fan at 3 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. A Salty Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We have Pro Series quarterfinals, Ridiculous Hat versus Honest Zabe. So that would be the last match of that series, of that match, I believe. So tune in if the match will still happen based on based on the results of matches up to that point. Who knows? One of the teams might have clinched it. Sunday Schoolstone, Sunday afternoon, Hero finals, CMAC versus Duin. Gonna finish out Hero Series finals for this one with CMAC versus Duin first, and Skirt Reynolds versus Buse after that. The casters, I believe, will be Lotus Knight and a couple other people. I will probably be doing the 5 p.m. match if the match happens. I hope it does. No matter who wins, I'd love to see both of these matches. But I will not be there for the 4 p.m. match. So it'll be Lotus Knight and another caster, and then myself, and perhaps that other caster will be around. Sunday Showdown. These matches aren't right. They have not been right for a couple of weeks, unfortunately.
We'll figure it out.
I will pull up the stream schedule really fast because it should be matches from there are any.
We'll see what happens, but I think that sums it all up. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. We're so very glad we had plenty to talk about despite this season winding down.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Nine Eyebrows, to coming on as our special guest. We're wishing you nothing but the best of luck in your Hero Finals match later this week.
Thank you guys for having me. It was a ton of fun. I always enjoy this stuff. So
Yeah. Oh,
Always a pleasure to have some solid guests. We've had a very good track record this season, so I'm
Yeah.
hoping we'll continue that into next season as well.
so
For all of you guys, again, be sure to watch all of these matches. We will step aside and let Wicked Wednesday work its course.
I will be back for that. I'll be opping casters. Marty B and Clarity will be casting this match. And I will just say Sunday night is going to be wild matches. So that'll be Jailstorm, Dollar Bills. Maybe myself if Dollar Bills can't make it. So look forward to that. 2 matches, 9 and 10. But yeah, as JR said, thank you for watching.
Everybody stay safe, stay classy, and be sure to have a wonderful rest of your week. And of course, again, stay tuned for all of the exciting matches that are in store for the rest of the week. All right? Take care, everybody.
See ya.